Hello everybody, it is Yvette and I am back with another video. So as you guys can see by the title, this video I'm going to be making is going to be about my mom. Now I know you guys know that my mom had passed away last year in 2019 on March 3rd. That's her anniversary date, March 3rd, 2019. I decided to wear this shirt because it was the shirt that I wore for her funeral, and you guys can see a little bit. I know the shirt is like kind of wrinkly or broken up a bit, but this was her, and I just wanted to make this video to honor my mom and to tell you guys about the wonderful person that she was. And I don't know if you guys may have questions, you guys may not, but I just want to clear the airs and tell you guys a little bit about my mom and how she passed away and how she was before she passed away. So let's get into this video. I hope you guys tune in and I hope you guys enjoy watching. My mother passed away from multiple sclerosis. Now, if you guys know or don't know what that is, I believe, don't quote me on it, I believe it's when you have more bad blood cells than good blood cells, so it eventually takes a toll on your body and you end up in different stages. Like there's this, I remember my mom was like, she was good, you know, she was good, and then she had MS, and then the stages that I remember was like she was losing her balance, she would like fall, she went to a walker, and then from a walker she went to a wheelchair, and from a wheelchair she became a bed-bound patient. So those are just the different types of steps that people, or at least she, went through. I'm not saying that things haven't updated, maybe there's medication to like prevent people from getting there, but at the time that she had it, there wasn't really much that the doctors could do. Also because my mom was told that she couldn't have any babies, and she had my brother and then me, and then her condition deteriorated. So before I get into all that stuff, I want to tell you guys good things about my mom, because I don't want to just simply jump into my mom would do this, my mom would do that, my mom, you know, I just want to get into the good stuff as well and tell you guys the good before we get to there. So my mom was a very, very brilliant, bright woman, and I can't sit here and tell you guys memories that I have with her because I don't really have much. When my mom had my brother, her condition already was deteriorating and it was getting bad, and she wasn't in the like best place, because when your body's going through these changes, and my mom was also diagnosed with bipolar, and just having these different conditions at once, I can only imagine what she was going through and how her body was changing and her mind was changing. And you know, when I came around, she was already like she was already on a walker, and I remember I don't really have much memory with her because I didn't have the opportunity to be as close with her. I guess because my grandmother didn't want me to see that, so I was always told like, go over there, or like, you know, whatever. But so my mom, based upon videos and based off what I can remember, that's what I'm telling you guys. I don't want to tell you guys anything that I honestly don't know, but from what I heard and videos and memory that I have, my mom was a very happy woman. My mom was such a big Christian. She was a big believer, and she always believes in God, and she always encouraged other people, and she always told like other people, God bless you, and she was so happy. I like, to this day I remember my mom's voice. Like I remember my mom's voice, and I remember like whenever she would hug people, she would go like like she had this little thing. But she was told she couldn't have any kids, and my mom married my dad. I honestly forgot what age she was. She was in her early 20s. I know that. She was in her early 20s when she married my dad. Then my brother came, and my mom was already diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I believe bipolar. Don't quote me on it. I believe so. And when she had my brother, her condition got worse, but it didn't get as bad as when she had me. And when she had my brother, she I saw pictures, you know, my mom was, oh, by the way, I'm going to be throwing pictures here and there just so you guys can also connect and visualize what I saw too. I don't want you guys to just be able to picture, I want you guys to be able to see it as well. So I'm going to be throwing different pictures here and there. So when my mom was pregnant on my brother, she was, based upon pictures that I would see, she looked healthy, she looked good. Like my mom was bomb, like my mom looked good. And she was still able to walk. She still spoke, she still had conversations with people, she still, you know, had her life and everything like that. And she had my brother. And then I remember my grandmother telling me that my mom told the family that she had a dream of me years before I was born. And she said, I'm gonna have a baby girl, she's gonna look Chinese, she's gonna be light skinned, so. And then sure enough, I believe it was a couple years later, she was pregnant with moi. She was pregnant with me. And a lot of my family members were scared and frightened and stuff like that, because my mom was taking medication for her condition, and she didn't know she was pregnant of me. So she was in a couple months in her pregnancy. And so a lot of people were scared. They're like, oh, like what's gonna happen with the baby? And the doctors told her, like, whatever effect the pills were gonna do to your baby, it had already did it, because my mom was already a couple of months into her pregnancy. So a lot of people were like recommending her, like, you can't have another baby, don't have it. But my mom wanted me. My mom was just like, I'm having my girl, and she fought for me. And that is one thing that I will forever be appreciative for, because my mom could have just had an abortion and been like, you know what, I don't want to handle the responsibility of having a baby with a disability, and I don't want to go through that. And she herself is going through a hard time with her condition, so she could have just gave up and just aborted me, but she didn't. And I'm so thankful for that, and thanks to her I'm here, and I'm able to have a family of my own and have two beautiful girls and honor her and my girls. Like, you know, I'm just appreciative for that, and I'm thankful that she didn't give up on me, that she fought for me, and she still had me. And you know, that is why everything I do, I always do in honor of my mom, along with my kids, my family, because she gave me the opportunity to do what it is I'm able to do. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I'm thankful. And she had me, and that's when the doctors told her, if you have this baby, your condition is just gonna get worse. It's gonna go downhill. And she still had me. And guys, I remember when I was about 6 years old, and I would see my mom falling because she couldn't hold her balance. And I remember the hardship that my mom went through. I remember, and she was like in a wheelchair. She was on a walker after. I remember she had home health aides that would come and take care of her. She then went through a walker. From walker she went to a wheelchair, and from a wheelchair she was bedbound. She was bedbound. I remember I was 10 and she was in a wheelchair. And not only did she go through those stages, but physically my mom had a trach. I don't know if you guys know what that is. A trach is when you have a procedure down in your where you breathe. You're being provided oxygen through a tube in your throat, because my mom no longer could breathe on her own. And she also had a feeding tube in her belly because she couldn't swallow on her own. She would choke on her saliva, and she just couldn't do it on her own. So she was provided a feeding tube. She would eat through the tube, and she went through these dramatic changes in her life. And I remember my mom would like take her tube out and would like have to rush to the hospital, and my mom would get seizures. So yeah, it was hard seeing her go through these changes growing up and not have a bond with my mom. because of her limitations, because she wasn't able to and I don't blame her. I'm not upset with her. If anything, I'm thankful for her, because you know, a lot of people will probably think, oh, well, my mom wasn't there, I didn't have a bond with her. I understood why I couldn't. I was young, but I was very mature for my age, and I understood that I couldn't because she was sick. I didn't know what she had at the time, because I was like behind closed doors. I wasn't really told much growing up, but I knew that she was sick, and I would see it for myself. It's not like my mom was MIA and I was told she was sick and I'll never see her. I saw it for myself, and you know, to this day, did it take a toll in my life? Yeah, because I feel like sometimes I wish I had the guidance of my mom to teach me along the way and teach me certain things and teach me how to be a mom myself, because everything I've done and I learned was literally by myself. And my mom was such a great woman. She was always so happy, and I saw videos, and guys, I have a video. I'm gonna try to throw it on here if I find it, but if I don't, I'm gonna try to upload it. No promises, but
amen.
My mom was laying down on bed. She was a bed-bound patient, trach on her throat, feeding tube on her belly, everything. She couldn't speak. And my grandma was singing a song. I don't know if you, for those out there who may know the song, it's a Christian song. It's "Co levanto mis manos." I raise my hands. It's in English, that's what it's called. Raise my hands. And in other words, the song in Spanish, I'm gonna translate it for you guys, for those who don't know Spanish. Basically, the song's talking about how you raise your hands when you're going through, you raise your hands when you don't have the strength anymore. You raise your hands even when you have thousands and thousands of problems going on. Like, just raise your hands and worship God. And my mom couldn't raise her hand. My mom couldn't even lift a finger. And my mom raised her hand, her arm, and she was moving her arm. And that just shows like the strong believer that she was and the strong individual that she was, because for a person who couldn't even lift a finger, who managed to raise their arm, that speaks a lot for within itself. And my mom, when she passed away, I was like a little, I don't want to say rebellious, but I would question like why my mom, when she had the strongest faith, and my mom was so like, she believed in God a lot, and I was like, why take my mom still? But then I come to understand, and I accepted that she was suffering. She was suffering, and I would rather much want my mom to be at peace than being laying down and suffer. And I know that she's now no longer suffering. She's happy. And I miss her. I miss going through the rooms and walking by and seeing her laying down. Although I know she was suffering, I still miss seeing her. No, I don't at all. I don't see her at all, and I never understood the saying like appreciate your mom, because when she's not here it'll hurt. I can imagine it was gonna hurt, but being that I didn't have a bond with my mom, it was hard to relate because I didn't have a relationship or memories with her. But now I understand. I can't even go up to her and say I love you, even though I know I won't hear it back because she's incapable of speaking. I can't even do that. And I miss her so much. I miss her so much. And I don't even think I mentioned how my mom passed away. I was at Oscar's house and I got a call at like 3 in the morning from my grandfather. Now my mom was always in and out the hospital, so for those who know, when I got the phone call at 3 in the morning, I'm like, okay. Like my grandfather was like, oh, your mom's not well, she's going to the hospital. He didn't seem like scared or sad or anything, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get a few hours of sleep because it was 3 in the morning. I was a little tired and I'm gonna go wake up and then I was gonna go see her. So I got the phone call again around 4. My grandfather was like crying and telling me, come home, your mom's going to the hospital. But he never told me that she had passed. I guess he didn't want to tell me over the phone. So I told him, okay, I was sleeping, like, let me get a few hours and I'm gonna go. And then he hits me with the, your mom didn't make it. And when he hit me with those words, all I could just do is repeat those words in my mind and just yell and ask him, what do you mean she didn't make it? And I was just crying and yelling and it's so ironic, it was raining that day and I just felt so like gloomy. And just this whole time I'm like, I can't believe it's my mom. You always hear like someone else's mom passed away and you're like, oh man, like sorry. But when it's you and it's your mom, that hit different. That really does hit different. All I remember was just I just went, I left. I called my brother while I was in a cab and I told him, and that's just a whole different story. But it was so hard. And then I went home and then I asked my grandmother what happened, and she told me that my mom had got a seizure and she wasn't getting the oxygen that she was supposed to. I'm guessing the little tube that goes on top of her trach wasn't providing her with enough oxygen. So not only was she getting a seizure, she wasn't getting the oxygen that she needed. She was losing air, she was suffocating, and she didn't come back. My mom used to get taken care of a nurse. The nurse tried to do CPR. They try to remove the mucus that was in the tube to see if that can allow her to breathe or get more air. And so my mom passed away because she had a seizure and she wasn't providing, she wasn't breathing enough air. She wasn't being provided the oxygen that she needed. So yeah, that's how she passed away. So yeah, guys, that's the story. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sorry guys, I'm like, I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. If you can relate to me, or you have lost a parent or a mom, a dad, or a relative, comment down below. I like I said before, I make these videos and I open with you guys and I I share things with you guys because I want you guys to be able to relate to me. It's not just about the entertainment or the challenges and stuff like that. I want to be able to, for you guys to be able to connect with me. Comment down below your stories. Like, I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that can relate to me. I want to be able to, you know, meet new people who can be like, yeah girl, like I went through that, or yeah, I know how bad it hurts, like I lost this person, or any other story that I share with you guys, because I want to be able to be transparent with you guys and be able to share my story so you guys can know me and relate to me. And you know, that's what I want from you guys, just to be able to connect with me. And if you can't, you know, I understand. I don't expect everybody to. But yeah, so if you guys can relate, comment down below. If you guys liked this video, just hit that thumbs up button. If you guys enjoy this channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell post notification button so you guys can be notified every single time I post a video. And tell your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, and your best friend about this video. And tell them to tell a friend about this video, and tell that friend to tell another friend about this video. And let's just keep it going, guys. Peace.